everyone. Welcome to my channel. I'm getting myself situated for this live. Hi, everyone. Welcome to my channel, Wonderfully Made. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel. I really appreciate it. Well, if this is your first time here, I am going live because I have been so inconsistent when it comes to filming videos and editing them. I figured that it's just easier for me to go live. But I love all things beauty. I love makeup. I love fragrances. I love luxury products, handbags. I love the Lord Jesus. So you will probably find me talking about one of those things on this channel. Been talking a lot about fragrances lately, and today is one of those days. So the last year or so, I have gotten into Dupe and Middle Eastern fragrances. I have I dove in head first. Okay. I knew nothing about Dupe perfumes. I pretty much knew nothing about Middle Eastern fragrances until I guess around May of last year, April or May of last year. I started running into a lot more content about those. And oh my goodness. Once I dove in and started smelling those fragrances, I have to say, I consider myself a recovering perfume snob. Okay. Because I used to be one of those people who just felt like the dupes were going to be trash, low quality, and I was not going to waste my money. Okay. Now, don't get me wrong, some of them are. But the ones that are terrible, I just don't buy them or I get rid of them if I do buy them. Okay. So the majority of the items that I'm going to be talking about today are all pretty good. And I must be honest. I feel a little bit foolish at times for spending so much money on perfumes. Now, let me say this, there's a difference, in my opinion, there's a difference between an inspired by perfume or fragrance as opposed to a counterfeit. Like, I don't want a counterfeit. I don't want something that's fake pretending to be something else. Like, for example, perfumes de Marley. I'm not trying to buy a fake Delina that looks real, the bottle is the same, and pass is trying to pass off as the real thing. An inspired by fragrance or a dupe, I don't mind those at all because they're not trying to copy it exactly. Well, sometimes the smell, yes, they are, but they're not trying to say that it is Delina and pass it off as the real thing. Okay. They're making these perfumes and they're telling you they're inspired by, certain fragrances. So at any rate, I can ramble and I don't want this video to be too long because I have so many perfumes sitting in front of me. What I want to do tonight is basically just tell you which ones that I have. I'm going to talk about the ones that I actually have the original and the dupe. I have a bunch of inspired by fragrances that I do not own the original of, and I'll talk about those in another video. But tonight, I just want to tell you the ones that I do have, talk about the ones that I do have. Um, I will let you know how close it gets to the original, in my opinion. And I will also let you know which one, if either, I would repurchase. Okay. And so let's just jump in. If you see me looking down, I do have notes here. And my number one goal is to not break anything. The last time I went live, I broke one of my favorite perfumes, which is YSL's Baby Cat. And since we're talking about it, let's start there. I repurchased it. I repurchased Baby Cat. I could not stand the fact that this was not in my collection. And I wanted the actual original Baby Cat, which is what I had. So I found it on Macari. I found a really reputable seller. And when I tell you I am in love with Baby Cat, this is pretty much a lifer for me. I was going to purchase Baby Cat Bourbon, which was released in 2025. They say it's not reformulated and that the packaging is just updated, but I didn't want to take a chance. I wasn't ready to purchase the new one yet. So I was able to get Baby Cat back into my collection, found it on um, Macari. I'm not going to tell you that I mean I pretty much paid what I would have paid if I had purchased it new. A little bit of a savings, but I wanted this one and I absolutely love it. This one reminds me exactly of Baby Cat, the one that I had, the original. And hey, hey girl, how are you? I'm talking about dupes tonight. I was just saying that I broke my Baby Cat perfume the last time I went live, and I had to get it back in my collection. I found the original, which I had the original Baby Cat. I didn't want the new one, I wanted the OG, and I found it on Macari. But I absolutely love Baby Cat. So I'm starting with Baby Cat because I do have a really good dupe for Baby Cat, and that is Reefer. That is Reefer by Paris Corner, and it's really close to Baby Cat. Now, my juice has gotten darker over time. I would say that Reefer, when you first buy it, it's a little bit lighter than Baby Cat, meaning it's not as strong, it's not as pungent. But over time, Reefer has gotten so much closer to Baby Cat. And if you look at the juice, you can tell that it has truly macerated. So if you like Baby Cat and you don't want to spend the money, Reefer is definitely a good dupe. Which one would I repurchase? Well, I think you already know the answer to that because I broke my Baby Cat and bought it again. So this is one I definitely will always have in my collection, but I would probably keep Reefer as well because what I do is I use the dupes to extend the life of the OG. Girl, that I was so sad. I probably cried a real tear. So my goal tonight is to not break anything because I tend to be very klutzy and I have broken a few perfumes. I broke my what was it? I broke Alien. Not the original one, the more coconutty one. I can't think the name in the gold bottle. I broke that one. I broke my Dior top. So yeah. I'm so glad you stopped by. I've certainly been watching your videos. I definitely have to play catch up though. So, Baby Cat is the first one. Is there anything in particular you want to see? in terms of dupe, you pretty much have all the dupes as well. And I'm telling you, I feel like a fool in most cases for the amount of money I spent on these perfumes prior to um, learning about the dupes. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm probably still going to buy some OGs because they just can't compare. The very first dupe that I purchased was the dupe for Burberry Her Elixir. Goddess, that's right. Alien Goddess, I broke it. I dropped it and I broke it. I don't know what's wrong with me. I can be such a klutz sometimes. But Burberry Her Elixir and Now Woman, what is this called? Now Woman. I think this is a Latafa perfume. I probably paid, I know I paid under $20 for this. And when I tell you these two are exact, I will no longer be buying Burberry Her Elixir. I just won't, because this is exact. Now, this is a little bit stronger. It's a little bit sweeter at first, but after a few minutes and in the air, no one will know the difference. I can barely pick it apart myself. So these two for sure are excellent. Yes, I mean, these two for sure are excellent. Also, what is that? What is that Bath and Body Works, that the body mist that's the dupe for Burberry Her Elixir? What is it called? All Eyes on Her. All Eyes on Her is really good as well. Oh, I'm hot. Give me a second. Let me get some air. Girl, I turned my AC off so it wouldn't, the noise wouldn't be distracting, but oh my goodness, I'm getting hot. The only dupe I have for A Trap Revs is the Rayhan Divine, and it's a really good dupe. I can say that Rayhan Divine, it's a little bit fresher. It starts off a little bit brighter, a little bit more fresh. It's not as deep as A Trap Revs, in my opinion, but the dry down. The dry down to me is where you really, they become almost one to one on the dry down. But this is really good. I've had it a while and it's definitely gotten better over time. It's definitely gotten a little bit deeper. So I would imagine that after full maceration, this would be even closer to A Trap Revs upon initial spray. But you know what it is immediately. When you spray it, you automatically know that it's inspired by A Trap Revs. So it's a really good dupe. I don't know. I did a video about these two and compared them in more detail. Um, I don't know which one I would purchase. I would recommend other people to just go with the dupe, honestly. I would recommend other, if you don't already own A Trap Revs, then I would say just go with the dupe. The only reason why I probably would repurchase it is because I just get the refills when I purchase this. You know, I got my initials on it, and so I don't know. I would just get a refill, and it would save me. You know, I think you save about $100 whenever you get a refill. But if I had to recommend one to someone, I don't think A Trap Revs is worth the money because it's a beautiful perfume, but it doesn't last. It doesn't last on the skin very long at all. I haven't tried the one from Dossier yet, but I did hear that they recently came out with a dupe for A Trap Rev. So I'm gonna have to give that one a shot. I do have two Dossier perfumes, and I can tell you right now, okay, that if I had to purchase Baccarat Rouge 540 or Ambery Saffron by Dossier, I'm going with the Dossier one. Look at that. As you can tell, I love it. I'm almost done with my Baccarat Rouge as well. I need to just finish it up. But yeah, I would just go with Ambery Saffron from Dossier. Dossier has some amazing inspired by perfumes. I would say that for Ambery Saffron, it's not, let me see, it's not one to one. It's not one to one, but I like Ambery Saffron a little bit better than Baccarat 540. And I think it projects a little bit more and it lasts longer on the skin. Girl, that dent is denting in both of them. I love this fragrance. This I've had a while. I had this before I even knew about, the inspired by versions of them. I also have I have several Dossier perfumes. I started buying Dossier perfumes before I got into the Middle Eastern houses. This was my introduction into dupe perfumes. Now, this one was the first Middle Eastern perfume that I purchased, but I had already kind of been introduced to Dossier. So I have Woody Sandalwood, which I have a good little dent in this one as well. This one is a dupe for Santal 33 by Le Labo. And I can tell you again, I will not repurchase Santal 33 Le Labo. I like it, but it's not a love for me. I like it enough to want the scent profile in my collection, but I can get what I need from Dossier for sure. They're not, again, in my opinion, so far, the Dossier perfumes have not been like one to one exact. I think the Middle Eastern brands do a lot better when it comes to matching the scent profiles that they are inspired by. Dossier to me is more like inspired by with the twist. They're not exactly the same. So Woody Sandalwood, I guess I should take the top off, huh? Woody Sandalwood, in my opinion, is a little bit sweeter. It's not as woody as Santal 33. I love this scent profile, but to me, I don't know if I would spend the money again for them, for this one in particular. I can get what I need from Dossier. Right. The DNA, sometimes they take the DNA and they make it better. Often they do. Often they do. Dua. Okay, so now I just got into Dua. I only purchased one Dua fragrance so far. And of course, I appreciate you because you saw that video that I posted. I have Existence, which I absolutely love. This Existence is, I think it's safe to say currently, because it could change by tomorrow, but currently Existence is in my, if it's not my number one fragrance in my collection right now, it's definitely in the top three. And I purchased Moonlit Lily from Dua. And when I first tried it, I wasn't super impressed upon first spray. On the skin, I liked it a lot better. But what I have learned from you for sure is that these dual perfumes have to sit and macerate, and it is so much better now that it has set. It is so close to existence. Oh, I don't know if it's, yeah, I don't know if it will replace existence, but I think I would want both of them in my collection at all times because I can use this to kind of, just spray and top it off with this just to extend the life of existence. Yeah, the dual one is really, really nice. It smells like fresh. You definitely should get your nose on it. I don't know if you like the fresh laundry, soapy type of fragrances, but to me, Existence is the best soapy laundry like scent in my collection so far. I'm gonna do a video soon on all of my soapy laundry fresh type of scents, but this one is the best one in my collection so far. I love it. And Moonlit Lily is really close. That's it. Look, my friend and I, we kind of joke a lot about our expensive perfumes. We say we just treat ourselves to a couple of squirts. So the dupes definitely help to extend the life of the more expensive ones. Okay, so you like the soapy laundry with more of a floral presence and some sweetness. Yeah, I get that. I actually purchased recently from Victoria's Secret. I saw you talked about it, and that was Bombshell Bouquet. And in my opinion, Bombshell Bouquet give me that almost laundry like with the floral and the sweetness to it. I really, really liked it. So, okay, let's keep going because oh my goodness, we have a ton to get through. Okay, so next is vanilla powder. Vanilla powder is perfect for the summer and spring. It's fresh. It has, I'm not a huge lover of coconut. This does coconut right, in my opinion. It does coconut right. That vanilla, that coconut, it's fresh. What are the notes in vanilla powder? Let me see my. Do I have the notes written down? Oh, look, I didn't write the notes down for vanilla powder, but I absolutely love vanilla powder and Cottage Person White, as well as Queen of Arabia by Latafa. Both of these are great dupes for vanilla powder. Vanilla powder is one of those perfumes to where I don't know if I'm going to repurchase it. I go back and forth. When I use it, I think to myself, oh no, I got to have the original in my collection. But then it's like, why would I spend the money on it unless I can get a great deal? Because you can get vanilla powder, on the discounter sites nowadays. But I would venture to say that both of these are one-to-one dupes for vanilla powder. Both of them. Now, Queen of Arabia, in my opinion, lasts a little bit longer and projects a little bit better than Fursan White. But in terms of nailing the DNA of vanilla powder, both of them did a great job. Yeah, the T note in oh my goodness, what is it called? I keep forgetting the name of it. Bouquet, bombshell bouquet. That T note is beautiful. And I think it's that tea that gives it, makes it almost laundry like in to my nose. I love that tea note in there. I think it's a raspberry tea if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. I prefer Queen of Arabia because to me it lasts a little bit longer and it projects a little bit better than for some white. But ultimately, they are, you wouldn't go wrong with either one. But I tend to have to overspray for some white, but I guess it really doesn't matter because I'm an oversprayer regardless. Yeah, that raspberry tea is beautiful. So vanilla powder is too powdery for you? It's definitely powdery. Let me see. There is something that's quite fresh in my opinion. How do you feel about I recently purchased AZM. I don't know how to pronounce this. Azum or AZM by Paris Corner. This one is inspired by 100 Silent Ways by Nishane. And as you can see, I use my perfumes. I have very few perfumes that don't have some sort of dent in them because I use them. Oh my goodness, when this is a really good, it's a really good dupe for 100 Silent Ways. If you like black opium, in my opinion, 100 Silent Ways is a little bit of an elevated version of black opium. A lot of people think they smell the same. And I definitely get why people say that this reminds them of YSL Black Opium. They definitely are in the same family. But really good, this is a really good dupe for 100 Silent Ways. When you first spray it, it's a little bit brighter. And actually, because I've had this one a few weeks now. Let me spray it. Yeah. Upon initial spray, ASM or AZM is a little bit brighter. It comes out upon initial spray a little bit fresher. 100 Silent Ways has a little bit of denseness to it. It's a little bit thicker. Um, I like it. And I'm not talking about notes, but if you want me to talk about notes, I can. Yes, yes, it is. It doesn't have the coffee note. And I think that's why I prefer it over black opium. I had black opium years ago, used it up, never repurchased it because something, I don't know, it was something off putting to me about that coffee note in it. 100 Silent Ways, I was looking at the notes. You have that tuberose and peach. I get that peach for sure, and the jasmine, vanilla. gardenia. I really, I love a floral gourmand type of fragrance. But yeah, Asm is worth it. Which one would I repurchase? I think if I had to choose between the two, I would probably want 100 Silent Ways in my collection over this one, but they are, I would say it is probably like 90-ish percent, with between 90 and 95% close. So it's almost there for sure. I think for me, I just love 100 Silent Ways so much. And you can get it at such a good price nowadays. Now, something that's really powdery to me that I absolutely love is Dama Bianca. To me, this is the perfect summer vanilla. That vanilla and that kumquat note in here and lime. Is it really powdery? I go back and forth on some of my perfumes. I call them powdery, and then when I smell them again, it's like, well, is it? Because when I'm thinking powdery, I'm thinking of just something that's kind of airy. But this I absolutely love. And when I tell you that Janoon Noir is Dama Bianca, girl, they're the same. They are pretty much the same. I will say, I've heard people say one of the main reasons that I purchased Janoon Noir is because I heard people say that it was um, longer lasting than the original and that it projected a little bit more than the original. Now, I don't know if I agree with that 100%. I think it projects a little bit more upon first spray because it's a little bit louder, but it doesn't last longer, in my opinion. But in that sense, they're almost one to one. They smell alike, they wear alike. The longevity is about the same, in my opinion. So this is a 1 to 1. I really don't think I would repurchase Dama Bianca because Janoon Noir is just so close. I don't know if it would make sense to repurchase Dama Bianca. Like I said, there are some perfumes that I have that I love so much that the OG, you know, it just has that doggone sentimental value for me, and I just always want it in my collection. I go back on and forth on this one, but it's like this is just so close, and who's gonna know other than me? Oh, you should try it. You should try it. It's it's a what is it? Is it would I consider this like a fruity floral gourmand? Because that kumquat and that lime is what makes this special. It's the vanilla. You get that vanilla for sure in the base, but it has such a bright freshness to it that I absolutely love. It's ethereal. It's heavenly. I really do like Dama Bianca, and Janoon Noir is, I'm telling you, it's almost the same to my nose. Now, I don't have, a very sophisticated nose when it comes to these perfumes and stuff, but the nose smells what it smells, and those two are pretty much the same, in my opinion. What do you think is one of the most duped perfumes out there right now, other than Baccarat Rouge? Because I showed you the dossier one, but I think I have a couple other dupes for Baccarat Rouge, but none of them are really close at all. I found one at like Marshalls or TJ Maxx. It's called Better Rouge. Now, this, in my opinion, this they're like trying to really mimic the whole Baccarat Rouge, and it smells nothing like Baccarat Rouge, in my opinion. Nothing like it. It's sweeter. It's loud. Smells a little bit cheap. I don't care for it at all. Delina, I have yet to find a good Delina dupe. Okay, Bath and Body Works Covered in Roses, in my opinion, has done it the best. The only dupe I have for Delina is Delilah by Mason Alhambra. This is Delilah. Now, over time, because I've had Delilah now, uh, gosh, for months, probably a good 8 or 9 months. And when I first got it and smelled it, I was like, why are they lying saying that this smells like Delina? Because it smelled nothing like Delina to me when I first bought it. I love Delina. This is a staple, a lifer for me. This was one of my signature scents for years. So I will always have Delina in my collection, Covered in Roses. If they ever discontinue Covered in Roses, oh my goodness, I'm trying to buy every last one of them. Now, this has gotten better. It has gotten a lot closer to Delina over time, in my opinion. But it's definite. I would say it's about 80 to 85% close to Delina, in my opinion. I need to try, oh, what's that one that's supposed to be a really good dupe for Delina? Oh, I can't think of the name of it. Oh, the exclusive is amazing. Amazing. I mean, I can't speak, it's late. But here's why I will not buy the original Delina exclusive, because of this. Club de Nuit Imperial. This is so stinking close to Delina exclusive. I refuse to buy Delina exclusive. I love it, but this gives me what I need when it comes to that DNA. Because I love the OG so much, um, I like the exclusive. I really do love it a lot, but the this gives me Delina exclusive. I have never worn this Imperial perfume and did not receive a compliment or multiple compliment. It lasts, it's eternal. I mean, it lasts on the skin and the clothes all stinking day. And so I don't feel the need to spend the money on Delina exclusive because of Imperial. Yeah, I have the original packaging for Covered in Roses as well. I bought multiple backups because before they redesigned the packaging, I thought they were discontinuing it. So like I went ham on that one. But if they ever discontinue it like they are doing with Vanilla Romance, I'm going to buy multiple backups of it. Bath and Body Works also did an amazing job with Valaya. I only have the little small one for Valaya. I have the large bottle of Valaya exclusive, but I prefer the OG Valaya. And Infinite Radiance, oh my goodness. I will forever have Infinite Radiance as long as they sell it. The body wash is, oh, I love Infinite Radiance body wash with Valaya. I use it with Mystique Bouquet. And look at this dent. Look at this dent. This is another one, baby. The dent is denting. Now, to me, Mystique Bouquet is not a one-to-one for Valaya. You can tell it's, inspired by Valaya. It's about 85 to 90% close to Valaya. To me, this one is a little bit sweeter. I don't know. It's not exact, but it's good. I absolutely love it. But do you see what happened with the packaging? The whole little thing came off on Mystique Bouquet, as opposed to the just the top. This whole little piece comes off. But I will definitely repurchase Mystique Bouquet. Now, Delilah by Mason Alhambra, to me, this gets really close to Valaya. Yeah, it gets really close to Valaya. I will say you have to let this one macerate though. The only problem I have with um Delilah Blanc is that it's not long wearing. So Mystique Bouquet, in my opinion, lasts a little bit longer than Delilah Blanc. And it projects a little bit more than Delilah Blanc. But in terms of the smell and how close the smell is to Valaya, I would give it to Delilah Blanc. But I prefer Mystique Bouquet just because I think the quality of Mystique Bouquet is better. Oh, yeah. When it settles into your skin, Delilah Blanc smells just like Valaya. You have to get past that initial spray because when it first sprays out, it smells like a little bit of alcohol, but oh my goodness, it smells just like Valaya. Just like Valaya. Whereas Mystique Bouquet, it comes across more peachy and sweet. It doesn't have, to me, as much of the aldehydic scent that Valaya has, but I still love it. Valaya Exclusive is a creamier version of Valaya. I think they added a praline note to Valaya Exclusive, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. You can really tell the difference. I mean, they're very close, but Valaya Exclusive, in my opinion, is a creamier, softer version of Valaya. But it still pairs very well with Infinite Radiance. It pairs very well with the dupes as well. Let's see. I think Valaya Exclusive has, if I'm not mistaken, I think it has a praline note. Okay, no, it has almond in it. I think that almond and the powdery notes in Valaya Exclusive makes it a little bit softer, creamier, a little bit sweeter than the OG. I love them both. I think if you have both of them in your collection, mm, it's not necessarily redundant because there is a noticeable difference, but I don't think I would repurchase Valaya exclusive because the difference, I don't think the difference is enough and it wears a little bit softer. But yeah, I think that's the main difference is that almond note that's in Valaya exclusive. Which don't get me wrong, I love a good almond note for sure. I'm probably not going to get to all these perfumes tonight because I only wanted to try to go for an hour and I'll be here all night talking about these perfumes. Now, speaking of vanilla romance, is that what it was? Vanilla romance, right? From Bath and Body Works. One of the reasons I love it so much, first of all, it goes with just about anything. You can pair vanilla romance with just about any perfume. But to me, it is this. This is another lifer for me. It smells so good. It's so decadent and creamy and rich. This is Out There by Parfums de Marly. And when I tell you that Vanilla Dunes by Cotlage is almost 1-to-1, Cotlage does a great job. Oh my, oh my goodness. They are 1-to-1. They are 1-to-1. Okay. I don't know. I love this one and I say that it's a lifer for me, but this gives me what I need for a fraction of the cost. And I just don't know if it makes sense to repurchase this one. It's one of those perfumes that I just love having in my collection, but this does it so well. Now, I will say, in my opinion, the OG lasts a little bit longer on the skin than Vanilla Dunes, but oh my goodness, the smell. I would say, okay, I probably get, no joke. I know I get at least 10 plus hours with Out There from Parfums de Marly. But this, it's not a slacker. I will get at least 6 to 8 hours from Vanilla Dunes. And to me, that is perfectly okay. I don't mind having to top my perfume off, respray it, especially if I only paid $29.99. You know, these are great 1-to-1 perfumes. I mean, Kotlasha did a great job. Um, Now, I think one of the most duped houses, in my opinion, is Kayali. Oh my goodness, Kayali cannot get a break. Kayali cannot get a break. Every time she releases something, they dupe it immediately. And I will say, in terms of Young Bougie Marshmallow, I love that scent profile. Right now, I only have left the travel size. Is this Young Bougie Marshmallow? Yes. But I'm not gonna repurchase the OG because when I say I love the scent profile, I don't mind having multiples of it, okay? I have Cloud Candy by Cot Lodge. I have Marshmallow Blush by Paris Corner. I have pink blush by this brand that I can't pronounce. What is this brand called? Oh my goodness. I cannot pronounce the brand, but of the three, pink blush, in my opinion, is the best one-to-one dupe for Yum Bougie Marshmallow. But you couldn't go wrong with all three of these. I love the DNA. Um, Unfortunately, I don't think I will repurchase the OG Yum Bougie Marshmallow, but Vanilla 28, on the other hand, as you can see, I emptied my bottle of it and I will definitely get it back in my collection. I still have a decant of it, and you can see how dark that juice is. But Vanilla Seduction is probably the closest that I have tried in terms of Vanilla 28. Seduction, Vanilla Seduction, if I can talk, gets the closest to Vanilla 28. I have Ishal by Paris Corner, and to me, this is about 75% there, but it has a strong alcohol note. Oh yeah, I do have the Mimic ones as well. Mimic does a great job. I have the Mimic, I forgot what the numbers are, but they're down there. I have the Mimic for Yum Bougie Marshmallow. I have the Mimic for Vanilla 28 as well. Both of them are really good. Marshmallow, Yum Bougie Marshmallow, the dupes are just too good for me to repurchase the Kayali for real. Now, I don't think so far I haven't been able to fully capture that rich brown sugar note that's in Vanilla 28. So I still want that one, the OG in my collection. But in terms of Yum Bougie Marshmallow, yum, what is it called, yum gelato pistachio, I think all I have left is a travel for that one as well, and I would not purchase the full size, because now Paris Corner did it right. They did it right. I also have one by Armaf. Is that Armaf? I think this one is by Armaf. It's called Magnificent Jordan. To me, this one is a richer, deeper, creamier version of Yum Bougie Gelato. Oh, so good. Oh my goodness, it's so sweet. I love it. But to me, the Paris Corner one, Kahar or Kahar, however you pronounce it, pistachio, this one smells just like Yum Bougie, I mean Yum Gelato pistachio, because it has a bit of freshness to it. It reminds me 100% of I love pistachio ice cream. Bluebell pistachio ice cream. Oh my goodness. That is what this gives me. Both of these are really good dupes of Yum Gelato's pistachio. As you can see the dent in this one. I absolutely love this stuff. So, yeah, that's two Kayali perfumes that I would not repurchase, unfortunately. Now I do want to get my nose on that new one that she's got coming out. What is it? Something Kitty Caramel or something like that. But I'm with you. She went up on her prices, and I don't know, if her prices are worth it. I'm pretty sure they're gonna dupe it. But yeah. Uh let's see. What else can I talk about? Oh, recently, Zenith by Riffs. Oh my goodness. I I only purchased the travel set from Mind Games, and it came with, I think, five different travel size perfumes, and Queenum was one of it. And as you can see, the dent is denting in my little travel size. And I was really going to buy the full size bottle of Queening until until Rifts did their thing. I mean, I don't feel the need to buy the full size of Queening. Not at $395 when I can use this and it smells the exact same. I love the presentation. The bottle is beautiful. It's not all gaudy like some of, the Middle Eastern bottles can be. So, it's beautiful displayed on my vanity. Oh my goodness, this saved me $350. Okay, because I was going to buy Queenie. Well, actually, I was not going to pay full price ever. Joma Shop from time to time has sales on Mind Games. I think Joma Shop is the site that I have seen Mind Game fragrances for the cheapest. I think, as a matter of fact, last weekend they were going for like 250, which is still expensive, you know. And I don't need I don't need the full size bottle because this gives me that creamy coconut fresh vanilla that I get from Queening. And it projects more. It lasts longer on the skin. Sometimes I question whether the travel size, I've heard people say at least, that sometimes the travel size perfumes don't wear as, or the wearing experience is not the same as the full size. I'm not sure. I believe that because, I've had full size and travel size of other perfumes that to me wore the same, but Mind Games Queening, I don't need full size because I got this. Oh, let me tell you, you you need to get this one, sis. I'm telling you, you need to get this one because for the price, when I tell you they knocked Queening out of the water, they did. Saved me, saved me the money because I absolutely was gonna buy the full size of Queening. Not not today. Not today. Now, I will say that I love Mind Games French Defense. I was not a cherry lover at all when it came to perfumes. This was my introduction into cherry scented fragrances. French Defense is beautiful. I love it. Never wore it without getting a compliment. So I will probably purchase the full size if I can find a good deal. But I had seen online that Banana Republic's dark cherry and amber was a dupe for French Defense, and it's close. It's close. Now to me, dark cherry and amber from Banana Republic wears a little bit more masculine, but it's very, very close. It's very, very close. So I don't know. I'm still kind of on the fence about French Defense. What else we can talk about here? Let's go back to Kayali. Vanilla Candy Rock Sugar. I have K hair or car. How do you pronounce this? I don't know. But I have Confection. Confection is really nice. I like it. It's very close to um Kayali's vanilla candy rock sugar. Look, the notes are right here. Candy pear, sweet violet, bubblegum, white caramel, rock sugar, vanilla cream. I think it has some other notes as well. And confection, it gets really close, but I think I prefer Kayali on that one. I mean, man, they're almost 1-to-1 now. I guess because it's been sitting a while. Look, now I'm going back and forth. Yeah, I think I still prefer the Kayali one. To me, it just wears a little bit richer. It's not, it's sweet, but it's not cloying. And the Paris Corner one, I don't know, there's something, and it could just be me, but it's giving me something that smells a little bit artificial. So I really think if I had to choose between the two, although they're very close, I use I use both of these pretty much to layer with other perfumes. I rarely wear either one of these alone. But if I had to wear one alone, I probably would choose the Kayali one. I agree. I agree. It's sweeter. And I think because it's a little bit sweeter, I don't know, it's something about it being a little bit sweeter that makes it less likable to me. I love it. Let me preference this by saying I love them both. But I'm just trying to decide. One of the things I wanted to talk about tonight is which one would I choose if I had to repurchase them. So I think, girl, I think I would choose Kayali. I think I would choose Kayali because confection is a little bit sweeter. I feel like confection I only layer because it's so sweet. But I feel like I could wear vanilla candy rock sugar by itself and not feel like it's too sweet or cloying. But it's beautiful. I love it. There is absolutely I really don't have anything in my collection that I don't love. I really don't. There out of the over 200, however many, I don't know, probably over 250 fragrances that I have, I could probably pull out 10 that I could say that I don't really care for. I only keep it, I only buy it. There are some blind buys, but for the most part, I smell it first and I only get it if I love it. So there's not much in my collection that I don't absolutely love. But I will say this about confection. It will make anything, anything I pair it with smell better. It does. It does. Oh, I didn't even talk about Burberry Goddess and Angum. If I had to choose between the two, and this might be an unpopular opinion because most people I hear talk about Angum say that they like it better than Burberry. I love them both. You see the dents, okay? I love them both. But if I had to choose, I think I would choose Burberry Goddess. I kid you not. To me, Angum just I don't know. It's a little bit it's not as rich as the original. There's something a little bit richer and deeper, um, more what's the word? I'm trying to think of how I can describe this one. It's a little bit, sensual. I really like Burberry Goddess, whereas to me, Angum is really good. I love it. I would probably keep both in my collection. Okay. But to me, this one wears a little bit fresher, a little bit brighter, not as rich. Like I could smell Burberry Goddess from the cap. I could barely smell Angum from the cap. Now, Angum's second song, on the other hand, I would choose it over My Devotion All Day, Every Day. Love them both. Will use this one up. I will continue to douse myself with second song, top it off with My Devotion, but I probably won't repurchase My Devotion. I will just go with second song. To me, it's 1-to-1. It wears longer, it projects more. Yeah. Another staple that I have, Delina, my top three um signature fragrances for the past few years. I've always, dibbled and dabbled in other, perfumes, but the three that I've repurchased over and over and over are Delina, Coco Mademoiselle, and La Vie est Belle. Okay? You see the dent. And this is probably bottle number 4 or 5. This is probably bottle number 4 or 5 or more. I mean, I wear these out. When I don't know what else to wear, it's probably going to be one of these or Delina, right? Who's calling? Now, Club Day. No, what is it? No, this is Hermos's Woman. It is a really good dupe for Coco Mademoiselle. Now, oh, the top just came off. Uh-oh. The top came off because I just recently decanted it up. Guess I didn't put the top back on right. But Armaf's Woman is a really good interpretation of Coco Mademoiselle. Are you going to repurchase Coco Mademoiselle? Have you tried Armaf's Woman? It's good. It's not 1-to-1. It's not 1-to-1, but it's like 90%, 90% for sure. Is it that 90% range of Coco Mademoiselle? And because I've had this so long, I think I'm outgrowing it a little bit now. Now that I've expanded my collection so much and have found things that I really love, I think I can get what I need from Woman by Armaf. I'm not sure if I would repurchase Coco Mademoiselle, and I never thought I would say that. Get your nose on this one for sure. Now, I heard somebody say recently, I saw a video where somebody was talking about a perfume that's supposedly a really good dupe for girl, listen, I wear when I don't know what to do, what to wear, or if I'm in a rush and I don't have time to think about it and I didn't plan ahead what perfume I'm going to wear, oh, Coco Mademoiselle is probably going to be it. This used to tell on me all the time. My best friend and I used to sneak away and, go out to eat or something like that. And her granddaughter is my grandchild, is my godchild. I'm sorry. Her granddaughter is my godchild. And when she would come back, my godchild would say, I know you've been with my nanny because I smell her perfume. And most of the time it would be La Vie Belle. What dupe do you have for La Vie Belle? Because I have Hawas for her, which is supposed to be a dupe for La Vie Belle. And it's okay, but it's spicier. It's about, I would give it maybe 70% close to La Vie Belle, but it's not a really good dupe in my opinion. Is this which dupe do you have for La Vie Belle? Because I really want a good dupe for it. Oh, the Dossier one. I see it all the time. Now that they have Dossier in Walmart, and I have never picked it up. Now I'm going to have to give it a try. Which one would you choose? Are you still going to be repurchasing La Vie Belle, or are you going to stick with Dossier, or both? I think I talked about just about everything that I have. Let's see. Oh, the dust. Okay, okay. I definitely got to get my nose on it then for sure. Have you tried Angel Dust by Codlage? Panache Angel Dust. It's the dupe for Vanille Couture by YSL. Okay, 80%. Hey, it will scratch the itch for me too at 80%. Again, La Vie Belle is just one of those. I've had it for so long to where I think I can give it a rest for a while. Oh, you do want the OG back? I think I can do without it for a little while. I think I've fallen in love with so many others to where I haven't really been reaching for La Vie Belle if the dupe works for me. Okay, because so far the dupe that I have, it doesn't scratch the itch at all. But I want a dupe for it so I don't have to spend the money again for La Vie Belle. Well, Angel Dust and Vanille Couture by YSL, yeah, 1-to-1 to my nose. Absolutely 1-to-1. I'm not a huge YSL lead fan, but they amped up the vanilla in this one and I love it. And Angel Dust, they hit it out of the park. Okay? It is, when I say 1-to-1, of course, it's nothing's ever going to be 100%, but baby, this is 98.999. Okay? They did an amazing job. Dua has one as well. I didn't know that. I'm definitely going to be diving into Dua real soon. I'm on my July no buy, but I plan on deep diving into Dua really soon for sure because I am thoroughly impressed with existence. Like I said, when I first got it, not so much, but now that it's had some time, yeah, it's good. It's good. Another perfume that I will probably not buy the original of again is Herba Pure by Georgia. I have Harriman, Amber Oud Gold, and when I tell you it gives me what I need, this is another perfume that I cannot wear without getting a compliment. But you really have to love an uber sweet, fruity fragrance. This is like a creamy fruit salad to me. And girl, I'm telling you, if you're outside with flies, I promise you, I had this on one day, and we were outside, for a barbecue or something, and little gnats. I'm like, am I attracting the gnats because of this fruit bomb that I'm wearing? I swear I was. A rabbit hole. Oh my goodness. I'm trying to dig myself out of the rabbit hole that I have already dug myself into. So I'm trying to take a break from just buying every new release that comes out. But I do feel like I can dive more into the inspired by houses like Dua, especially if there's a good sale. But I'm planning on being a little bit more mindful of my collection and focusing more on a curated collection. So, however, I would like to have some Dua fragrances in my collection. So I do want to add, I actually want to try the Dua Guerlain fragrances because I'm not going to lie. The perfume that is on my ultimate wish list, there are a few perfumes that I tell myself, I'm probably lying to myself, that if I can just get these, and we probably all do this, all of us perfume loving collectors, I tell myself, if I can just get these, then I will be at perfume collection peace, and I won't need to buy anything else for a year or two. Right. I'm learning to do that. I'm learning to just kind of let the hype die down a little bit. Um, not I haven't been that great at it, but I'm better. I'm better. I remember at the end of 2024, yeah, 2024, at the end of 2024, I decided that I was going to stop buying so much makeup, right? So I made myself a list and I just went ham like the last few months of the year, and I just bought everything that was on my list. And I'm actually proud of myself. When I did that, I really cut back on buying the makeup. Like in 2025 and so far this year, I mean, I have purchased so little makeup. I'm hoping to get to that phase with perfumes as well. I want to start just focusing on what I have and using it up. But, that's I have to decide what type of content I want to post. Like, do I want to post content about, new stuff and just trying out new perfumes all the time? Or do I want to focus on using what I have and, just dabbling in different perfumes occasionally, trying to figure that out for myself. But I love living vicariously through you and other content creators, with the new releases and or just the good finds, out there that I haven't tried yet. So I've talked about, I think just, oh, you know what I haven't talked about yet? Gucci. Gucci Gorgeous Orchid. I actually owned a theory first. I owned a theory first, but I smelled Gucci Gorgeous Orchid. I had been, smelling it every time I went into Ulta, but for some reason I would just never buy it. But I absolutely love it. And then I found it on sale. I was able to get it for a good price, and I finally added it to my collection. And I gotta say, if I had to choose between the two, I would go with Gucci Gorgeous Orchid over a theory. But a theory is really, really nice. And it's a really good interpretation of Gucci Gorgeous Orchid. But I don't know. I just like the way this one wears. That vanilla is a little bit, you see, I'm dropping things. The top fell off. I'm telling you, I can be such a klutz. But yeah, I would choose I would choose Gucci Gorgeous Orchid. My other two Gucci Gorgeous fragrances, I think I have the Jasmine and the Gardenia one. To me, they are really nice. But they're not very long wearing. I find this one to be long wearing. I really want to get my nose on that new Intense version that came out. I just want to smell it. I know, right? That content creator dilemma. I need to figure out what I want to do with my content life because I just have not figured it out yet. I've been, posting on and off for, oh my goodness, 10 years now. And when I first started, I was getting a lot of, at one point, my channel was gaining a lot of traction, and I ended up, life be lifing. And so I had to step away for a while, and they changed the rules in that interim on monetization because I had just gotten monetized. And then they changed the rules to, 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. And when I finally came back from my little break, I just wasn't consistent enough to kind of reach that goal. But I think I'm gonna give it a shot, once I make a decision as to what direction I actually want to go in on this channel and stick with it. Yeah, theory is really nice. It's really nice. Is there anything on this? It's quite a few that I have not talked about yet, like Love Don't Be Shy. I have owned a full bottle of Love Don't Be Shy and I used it up. I do have a travel size that's still in the package that I never opened because I just will not buy Love Don't Be Shy again. It's so expensive and it's just not worth the money because Dossier has done it for me. Dossier, I also have, I found this at a Burlington. It's called Declassified at First Blush. And oh my goodness, look how dark that juice has gotten from when I first purchased it. And when I told you this, oh my goodness, I'm talking about Dossier. No, no, no. This is Love Don't Be Shy. This is Love Don't Be Shy. Absolutely made me want to slap myself when I realized how much I paid for Love Don't Be Shy. Because when I purchased Love Don't Be Shy, it was during a time where you really didn't have sales on perfumes very often, except, when you got the 20% off at, twice a year at Sephora, right? And I didn't know about all of these discounter websites and stuff like that. So I paid full price at the time I bought Love Don't Be Shy. And smelling these dupes, girl, I like Love Don't Be Shy, but these do it for me for sure, especially this declassified one. It is like spot on. Have a good evening. Thank you so much for hanging with me. I really, really appreciate it. Listen, before you go, I'm about to, and I want you to do the same thing. You seen that 30 tag? If so, post it and I'm going to post it and we can watch each other's. I think you do 30 different categories, 30 different perfumes for each category. I'm going to tag you in that. I'm going to film that one and then I'm going to tag you in it. But have a good night. Thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate it. So, the last two perfumes that I'm going to talk about before I log off, I think I have four more, so I might as well just get through them. I have Decadent Dream, which is, yeah, look it up. I'm going to film it and I'm definitely going to tag you in it. Have a good night. I have Decadent Dream. There it is. and it is a dupe for guidance. Now, I only have a decant of guidance because I like it. I like it when I wear it. I love the way it wears, but it's just the opening. The opening of guidance can be a little bit off putting for me. And so I have not purchased the full size because I don't know if I want to spend guidance money unless I like it from initial spray to end. And it's just the initial spray that's keeping me from buying it. And Decadent gives me what I need. It gives me the guidance DNA for sure. It wears very well. It projects. It's long lasting. So far, I don't feel the need to purchase guidance. I'll, you know, I don't. Not at this time anyway. I also have Good Girl Glam. Very Good Girl Glam. I love this. This is another compliment magnet. I've never worn it without getting complimented. And Latifah's Hayati Florence is 1-to-1. 1-to-1. Mayar as well. I think this is the OG Dupe. No. I'm thinking, no, never mind. That's My Way Dupe. But Hayati Florence and Very Good Girl or Very Good Girl Glam 1-to-1. I don't think I would repurchase the shoe. This gives me what I need. And I know I paid under $30 for this. I probably paid about $20 for this. Oh my goodness, it smells so good. It is a compliment magnet. I'm gonna stop there. I think I've talked about just about everything. No, let's see. I didn't talk about um Tharwar Gold, which is a dupe for YSL Leave. The only leave that I have other than the Vanille Couture one is the Le Parfum one. And I have that one. I have several travel size of those because I saw it at Marshall's for a good price, I think it was, and I purchased it. And to me, this gives me this. I don't feel the need to buy the OG. I don't like the original YSL Leave to begin with. It's not my favorite lavender vanilla. If I'm going to choose a lavender vanilla, I will choose Burberry Goddess over that or Rare Beauty. But this is sweeter. I really, really like this. Okay. I think that is it, guys. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel. I really, really appreciate it. Whether you peeked in while the live was on or whether you're watching this on replay, thank you so much for stopping by my channel. I really, really appreciate it. I want to tell you if you have any questions about any of these perfumes that I've shared with you on tonight, or if you want a more detailed comparison of any of them. And I'm going to try to do more detailed comparisons of each of these in a short or something or a 5 minute or less video. But tonight I just wanted to kind of show everything that I had, kind of talk about which one I would prefer and how close the dude got to the original. So that's pretty much what this video has been about. But comment below if you want more information about anything that I've talked about, and I will be sure to respond to your comments. Thank you so much. As always, remember that you are fearfully and wonderfully made by God, and He loves you. And I will see you prayerfully in the next video. Please like, comment, subscribe. Please like, comment, and subscribe. All the things. Hit the notification bell. Help your girl to grow this channel. And yeah, that's it. Have a good night.